If you're brand new to Madden 23 Ultimate Team, I think we got a very helpful video coming your way, and this video is sponsored to you by EA. What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 23 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going over a bunch of basic MUT 23 tips that'll help you guys understand this game mode a lot better. Now, if you guys enjoy this video, if you like it, if it helps you out, make sure you go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Shows a lot of support on the channel, helps the videos get noticed. Also, if you're brand new here because you're searching around YouTube for Madden 23 content and you found my video, stay a while, click that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on so you guys are alerted when we drop additional videos. Let's get right on into it. And the first thing we're going to go over is how to set a lineup, how to adjust a lineup, basically how to make changes to your team to put on the MUT 23 field. So you're going to go over to the My Team section, which is the fourth option over to the right when you're in the Ultimate Team main menu, and select it. And we're going to show you two different things. Number one, you can replace an individual player. You can just move your D-pad along the lineup. If you want to switch over to defense, special teams, or specialists, you're going to hit the R1 button on PlayStation, right bumper on Xbox. And if you want to make a substitution, we want to take out Bobby Wagner, we would hit X on PlayStation or A on Xbox to select it, and it gives us a list of available players to choose from to swap them out. This is very good if you add maybe one new card to your team and you want to take the old player out and put the new player in. Another option, and this is usually helpful early on in MUT 23, is the adjust the entire lineup option, right? So you can go to generate best lineup, and you can put the best team overall in. What they do is they take all of the items from your binder and they put the best overall at each and every position. So as you start to accumulate new cards, whether it's through your field pass rewards, through solo challenges, through purchasing them off the auction house, you can put them all in at the same time by going to best team overall, and it will auto order your lineup for you. In MUT 23, there's a huge change to power-ups, and that is, don't expect them that often this year. And it's not a bad thing, right? Because what you can do now is take an elite card, and it has all of the flexibility that a power-up once had, minus the +1 overalls, but it's going to cost a lot less training to do the things that you want to do. So you can simply select an elite card, go over to upgrade, so R1 twice or right bumper twice on your controller, and you have one upgrade path now that costs 5 training. As before, when there was a power-up, there were a lot of steps in between card A and card B that cost more training, therefore it costs more coins, and it could just become expensive over the long run. Now you can unlock this one individual slot, and it's going to cost, again, 5 training. And doing that unlocks your X Factor, both of your ability slots, your team chemistry slot, and your secondary position slot. Some players will not have a secondary position, but in this case, Chandler Jones does. So X Factor is only 100 training this year, and they're all unlocked and available, so that's a lot cheaper than we've seen in previous years. The first ability slot, all abilities are 1 AP. You have a total of 12 AP on offense and defense, only 1 AP to utilize them, and they're completely free to unlock them on your player. Now, if we're going to tier 2 abilities and beyond that, they are going to cost training. Unfakeables, 150 training, same with Stonewall, and you'd have to scroll through the various abilities to see the cost on them, but there's still free abilities at the tier 1 level. Also, you can change team chems on a core elite card now, so if a player has played for multiple teams like Chandler Jones has, you can go ahead and put Patriots or Cardinals team chem and replace it with the Raiders team chem instead. Years before, we needed power-ups to do that. This year, we do not. And then finally, you can add on secondary positions for those players that are eligible. And again, you can do all of this without needing a power-up. Let's talk about buying and selling cards in MUT 23. They made it a lot easier to do with less button presses, which I definitely like. So we're in the Marketplace tab, and if we go to Auctions and Trades, that's going to bring us to the auction house, right, where we can go in and purchase cards. And there's all types of filters on your left. You can search by a specific name. You can search by a type, whether it's a player, a coach, a playbook, anything you name, and specific positions like quarterback, and on the defense, if you want a middle linebacker, you can select that. The different qualities, so you can go bronze, elite, common, uncommon, and rare are used for strategy items, and you can also search by overalls. We have team filters, we have program filters, and this list will definitely grow as the MUT 23 year goes on. And then finally, we have chemistry filters. You can search all types of ways. Once you find a card that you want to purchase, you would just go over to it and select it with the X or A button and go to either buy now, which is going to get you that card right away for that said price, or you can place a bid. Bids usually can take anywhere from 24 hours and beyond to complete. It's not really good when it's a time race and you want to get the card right away, so I would recommend doing a buy it now, and you know, be patient on your pricing because there's a lot of times where you can buy cards a lot cheaper than maybe the first one that you see on the auction house. Now when it comes to selling cards directly from this auction house screen, if you just hit the L1 button or left bumper on Xbox 2 times, it will bring you directly over to your item screen. These are all of the cards that you own. Now, it's not a good idea to sell items that are in your lineup, of course, but if there was a card that I wanted to sell, we could just scroll down with our D-pad. If we wanted to sell this Ryan Jensen, we can go ahead and press the X button or A on Xbox. We can go down to auction and we can set a price on this card. Now, again, I would always recommend doing a buy it now price, and you always want to look in the middle of your screen at recent sales to see what this card has been going for, so you don't sell it for too little or too high. If I wanted to sell him for say 15,000 coins, we can either use our D-pad and just scroll over until we get to 15k, or we can hit the square button on PlayStation, X on Xbox, and we can actually type in the price that we want to sell the card for. You can also change the duration of how long this card is on the auction house, from 1 hour to 8 hours to 12 hours in one day, and then once you've decided on all of those valuables, we go ahead and hit the post button. And one other thing, if you want to look up the current price of a specific card, it's not L1 or left bumper anymore. You would flick your right analog stick up, and if we want to do a live check on this Ryan Jensen, it's going to bring us directly to the auction house where we can see all of the Ryan Jensens up for sale and see that the lowest one currently is 15,400 coins. There are a lot of ways to earn coins in Madden 23 Ultimate Team, and that could come from flipping cards on the auction house, buying low and selling high. You can look into completing sets, and if that set rewards you a card, selling that card on the auction house, and if you were able to complete the set for a lot cheaper, there's usually some profit to be made, but the majority of the time that you're going to be making coins is through your field pass, and towards the end of the video, we'll go into detail on how you go through the field pass and the various rewards. But if you look, Season 1 competitive headliners, these are the current field passes that we have right now. These are all XP driven for the Season 1 rewards, and as you can see, I'm at level 13, not too far from level 14 when we get to 158,000 XP, and there are coin rewards there, so we can get 10,000 coins. Of course, we're going to earn packs and various items as well as we scroll through these rewards, and you can always sell the cards that you earn from these free packs, like we just showed you a moment ago, is another way to earn coins in MUT 23. The other type of currency in MUT 23 is called training, and training is primarily used to upgrade or power up cards when there is a power up, but we talked about it earlier in the video that there won't be a ton of those. To get training, you would either have to buy a card and then quick sell that card for training, or take a card that's in your binder and quick sell it at that point. And if we scroll down here after selecting a card, we showed you how to go to the auction and sell the card. We would scroll down a little bit further and quick sell this item for 440 training. Each item, as the overall goes up, it quick sells for more training. Completing sets in MUT 23 is a lot easier if you've played past Madden titles. You can go to the My Team page on your Ultimate Team menu and go down to sets. But another cool thing is that within this menu or this screen, you can still get to My Items by pressing the L1 button. Remember, this is all of the items that you own. And if we hit the R1 button to go back over, or right bumper on Xbox, we can go back to the auction house. So we can toggle between the auction house, item sets, and My Items, all with just a couple button presses. Let's talk about how you complete sets in MUT 23. If you played the game in years past, you can actually do these sets the same way you used to. You would select a set, so if we wanted to do this 72-73 overall gold player set, we would hit X or A on Xbox, and it shows us that we have the items that go into this set, and we could select them individually. So if we wanted to put a specific card in there, we can go ahead and select that card with the X or A button on Xbox, and the same thing would go for the slot 2 and 3 on this set. We can also do a batch add where we would hit triangle on PlayStation or Y on Xbox and select all 3 items. Then we hit X or A on Xbox, and we would then select the 3 cards that we want to put in at the same time. It's a lot of button pressing. The old way is not the easiest way. The new way is so much better, and as you can see, if you look at the bottom left, if you press square or X on Xbox, there is a redeem set button, and what this does is it takes the 3 lowest overall cards that fit into a specific set, and it shows you the cards on your right, so it's going to put those 3 players in there. If we hit R1, it will show us what other sets this card can go into. We're going to go items in this set, and all we have to do is now press redeem, and once we redeem, it's going to go ahead and complete that set for us. You can literally do it in 2 button presses. And another cool thing about this is you don't even have to go into the set to do that. As you can see when I scroll through these sets, if I have the correct number of items to complete it, it will say 3 of 3. Redeem. If I hit square again, it's going to bring us back to that same screen, and we can go ahead and select to redeem, and boom, we've completed the set again just that fast. If you don't have enough items to complete a certain set, it will also tell you that. So if we look at the 76 to 78 overall core rookie player, it shows that we have 3 out of the required 4 cards. So if we went into it, we could still press our square button and add the 3 cards that we have, and then we would have to search for that 4th card and buy it, or wait until we get it from a pack or a reward. And as long as you haven't completed the set, you can still remove items by pressing your X or A button. It will give you a prompt, do you want to remove from set? And you're just going to go ahead and select yes. And those 3 items that we added are now removed and back into our inventory or in our binder. And finally, we finished the video with talking about Field Pass, which is the main way that rewards are handed out in MUT 23. You're always going to find this on your main screen, the play screen, over to the far right, and if you click view all field passes, these are going to change throughout the season. We have a season 1 field pass, which is at this moment good for 57 days. It's going to be a 60-day program, and they are targeting for 3 to 4 season field passes throughout the year. We have a competitive field pass, which is primarily based on rewards from solo battles, head-to-head seasons, MUT champions, and more, and this is going to refresh every 2 weeks. And then finally, we have a program or a field pass for the current program, which is Headliners, and this is going to give out rewards for that specific promo in Headliners this time. With the Season 1 Field Pass, it's all driven by XP, and you do not earn XP by just simply playing the game anymore. You have to complete missions, but before we show you those missions and the XP that you get, you can always scroll through the rewards on the screen by using your right and left directional pad, and it will show you all of the items that you can earn at each individual level, and also how much XP each level takes to get to. There are tons of player packs in here, cards, coin rewards, jerseys and uniforms, strategy items, you name it, it's in here, and it's a very good way to earn content, and it's all free. Now, if you want to see how to earn XP, you're going to hit your R1 button on PlayStation or right bumper on Xbox, and it's going to show you your daily objectives and what you need to do and how much XP it gives or what reward it gives. We have statistical objectives. We have a daily tracker, so you want to make sure that you're doing your daily missions, and if you do so, you get XP for doing that. If you knock out these stats, you're going to get XP. And then we have things based off of programs, whether it's competitive, Headliners, or team affinity. I just want to stress one more time, if you play the game or play a game and you don't see your XP level go up, that's because you likely didn't complete one of these many objectives in here. The only time you're going to earn XP in your Season 1 or any Season Field Pass is when you complete an objective from one of these lists. With the competitive Field Pass, it's a little bit different in that the unit of measure or the way that you level up is from CP and not XP. CP is competitive points, and you can scroll through the rewards same as you did with the Season 1 Field Pass. The only difference here is that you're going to have different objectives to complete to earn that CP, and we can still use our R1 or right bumper to scroll through these. You're going to see that most of these, if not all of these, are based off competitive game modes. So MUT Champions, Solo Battles, which is considered a competitive game mode, but it is against the computer, and then Season Game. So if you pass for 1,000 yards in MUT Champions, Solo Battles, or Seasons, you're going to get 6 CP. Same thing for Solo Battle rewards or specific MUT Champion rewards, head-to-head seasons, and sets. All of these things, completing these individual things, will give you CP, and then every time you earn more CP, you're going to progress down this reward path. And finally, we have our Headliners Program Field Pass. This one is driven by Headliners XP, and it's different from regular XP. Now, some of the rewards, as we scroll through them in the Headliners Field Pass, give you Season XP. So if you reach level 7 in the Headliners Field Pass, you're going to get 28,000 Season XP, which goes towards that first first field pass that we showed you. As far as earning Headliners XP, you have to go through the Headliners program missions. You can go down to view all. This is an easy way to see them all, and you can see if you force 5 fumbles, you get 500 Headliners XP, not program XP. There's also additional things in there for House Rules, which is another online game mode, and every time you earn XP for the Headliners program, and you can see that it has a different kind of icon or picture there, it's going to progress you down this reward path. So a lot of different ways throughout various game modes and missions to earn free content, and it's all via a field pass, and that's how the majority, if not all of the rewards, will be given out in MUT 23. We covered a lot in the video. I hope it helped out. Hopefully all of you new beginners at the game really benefited from this. Make sure you guys subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.